Hi everyone. Today I am giving you explanation on the topic the dry eye. This is the dry eye part 3. So let's move to its clinical features, or we can say symptoms. First is irritation. Second one is foreign body, or we can say sandy sensation. In the We will assume that sand is the foreign body, and we will feel that sand get enters into our body. It is just our sensation, which means the foreign body sandy sensation. We feels that the sand gets enter into our eyes. Next one is the feeling of dryness occurs to our eyes. The fourth one is eyes not responding to a variety of drops used earlier. When we have used some drops for our eyes, then our eyes are not responding to that kind of drops. These are the clinical features or the symptoms of the dry eye. Let's move to the signs. Now different parts of the eyes shows the different kinds of signs. First is tear film signs, and the second one is conjunctival signs. Third one is corneal signs. Now tear film signs are shown by the tear film. The tear film shows the presence of stingy discharge and particulate matter. Okay, dusty particles, particulate matter, and the stingy discharge is shown by the tear film, which includes in the tear film signs. Next is conjunctival signs, which are shown by the conjunctiva. It becomes lusterless, which means it becomes non-shiny, congested, and conjunctival xerosis may occur. Now xerosis means dryness of the conjunctiva occurs. Third one is corneal signs. The cornea shows filaments and the mucus plaques. These are the signs of the cornea. Now there are some tests which are done for detecting the dry eye. First test is tear film breakup test. Now this test is the interval between the complete blink and the appearance of first randomly disturbed dry spot on the cornea. It acts as an interval between when the patient complete blink his or her eyes and we will appear first dry spot on the cornea. Okay, by this concept this test get done, or we will prove it as a positive or negative. Okay, next is it is noticed after instilling a drop of fluorescein and examined in a cobalt blue light of a slit lamp. Now in the patient eye we will instill a drop of fluorescein and then we will examine it under a cobalt blue light of a slit lamp. Under slit lamp this test is detected, or this test is done. Now this test is an indicator of adequacy of mucin component in the tears. Now this test indicate that mucin component is adequate in our tears. Now we will get some ranges. If we get the results within 15 to 30 seconds, then we will get the normal values, or the test is normal. If we get the values less than the 10 seconds, then these are abnormal values. Okay, now how we will get the result? Now we will allow the patient to be sit on a slit lamp and we will still fluorescent stain. Okay, when we see the results within before 10 seconds, then these are the abnormal results. So this is the dry spot which is appeared on the cornea, and this value is get before 10 seconds, so this should be considered as an abnormal value. Okay, if we get the results after the 30 to 35 seconds, then these are the normal. Sorry, after 15 to 30 seconds, then these are considered to be normal. So this was our first test. Now move to the second test. Next test is a Schirmer's test, in which it measures the total secretions with the help of 5 into 35 strip of a Whitman 41 filter paper, which is folded 5 mm. Now this test measures the total secretions of the tears. Okay, the amount of mucin, lipid, and the aqueous layer. This test measure all of these secretions with the help of Whitman 41 filter paper, and we will fold it by the 5 mm. Okay, this is the filter paper. Okay, like this it is folded and inserted in the patient eye, basically on the marginal strip, and we will fold it. Ask the patient to look up, not to blink or close the eyes. We should always guide to the patient that the patient have to look only upside, not to blink and not to close his or her eyes. After 15 minutes we will detect the filter paper wetting from the bent end. Okay, we will get the range of the values. If we get more than 15 mm wetting, then this is normal. If we get the wetting values from the 5 to 10 mm, then it will mild to moderate or moderate to mild. If we get less than 5 mm, then it will severe. Okay, like this the Schirmer's test is done. Now let's move to the next, rose Bengal staining. Now the stain is done on the patient eye, and we will examine the dry eye severity. Okay, it is the very useful test in detecting mild cases. Even we will also detect the mild case in this rose Bengal staining. Okay, now depending upon the severity, this is divided into the three different patterns. First is C, which means mild, B, which is moderate, and the A is severe. Or we can also divide it into different levels. Level 1 means mild dry eye, level 2 moderate dry eye, and the level 3 severe dry eye. Level 4 is very severe dry eye. In this way we will detect the severity. Okay, with these values we will decide the result of the dry eye. Thank you.